Hey guys, active football here again. Yes, you know one of the reasons why Manchester City will keep dominating the Premier League for now is this. Their owners and their manager knows what they are doing. When it comes to transfer strategy, their transfer plan, they are always clear with what they want to do. You understand? Okay, now they sold Julian Alvarez last summer transfer, and they saw the loopholes during this their recent run of bad form. So we know that Manchester City definitely they are going to go for a January transfer market and buy some replacements. Now they have signed Omar marmoush, the player from Frankfurt, I think so, in Germany. Player that have been banging in goals and assists. Manchester City have gone on. They have already agreed personal terms with him, and we believe that before this week finishes, they are going to finalize with them for Omar marmoush to become a Manchester City player. Omar marmoush can play from the left side of the attack, from the right side of the attack. He can also play as a main striker or the supporting striker. And we have watched Manchester City of recent, and we've seen how they miss such kind of player. He can even play as a supporting striker to Erling Haaland. They also signed a midfielder from Les, the Uzbekistan midfielder. I've forgotten his name, but I know that you all have seen the news. And the guy will be coming to Manchester City this transfer window. You understand? This kind of transfer shows you how they are willing to correct their mistakes, and how they are willing to get back to the winning ways, and how they are willing to get back to the top of where they are before. Now let's look at their neighbors: Arsenal, Manchester United, and Chelsea. Chelsea yesterday indicated their interest to sign Matthias Tel, the Bayern Munich striker, the guy that is a backup to Harry Kane. Tells a 19-year-old striker that is a backup to Harry Kane. Now, tell me a club that has a vision. You've tried a proven player already, and yes, he's not performing well, and you know that your striking position needs someone that is proven. You don't need to experiment anymore. You've experimented a lot. You have McGee there if you are experimenting. You have Christopher Nkunku there if you are still experimenting. Why not buy a proven goal scorer to compete with the person that you call your so-called striker, Jackson? Now you went all the way to Bayern Munich to tell them that you want to buy Matthias Tel in a swap deal for Nkunku. This is one of the worst transfer business I will ever see happen, because Nkunku is far better than Matthias Tel. They are coming from both league. Nkunku was a fire in Bundesliga. We know how good he was at Leipzig, and I feel that for Nkunku that is not succeeding in Chelsea, it's just because of he's not been given enough time. You understand? Nkunku wants to play in the highest level. He wants to play in the Premier League. Nkunku wants to be the leader and not a backup to Nicolas Jackson, because inside him he feels like yes, he's better than Jackson if he's given enough time to play. Now Chelsea want to swap him for Matthias Tel, a player that has been on the bench for Bayern Munich all while, a backup to Harry Kane. What is going on? Like, these kind of things are the things that I see. I feel like, okay, I feel that most time I should stop criticizing the managers of both Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester United, because I feel like the owners of these three clubs are not ready to step up. I feel like the owners of these three clubs, they are not ready to step up. They only want to hire managers that they can control, managers that they can talk to anyhow, and the manager will listen to their command. A big club like Chelsea should be going for the best, and we don't need to experiment anymore. Maybe signing all these young strikers or young players that still need time to prove themselves. The same thing applies to Arsenal. The same thing applies to Manchester United. If these three clubs, their owners can step up with their management, if they can step up with their transfer strategy, I think these clubs will compete more. I think their managers will do more. Because watch what just happened in Man City. They had a bad run of games, and they know that yes, they needed a striker. They know that they needed maybe a winger or a striker to buy. Even their midfield, they know they had Rodri out injured. They needed a midfielder. They went to Lens, bought a midfielder. Went to Germany, bought a striker. You understand? So I feel that the management of Chelsea, the way you are going about buying all these young players, you are doing more harm to this club. And we the fans will miss Roman Ibrahimovic, because if Roman Ibrahimovic was in Chelsea, this kind of shit would happen. If Roman Ibrahimovic was in Chelsea, Nicolas Jackson would have been sold, or Nkunku, one of them would have been sold, because we've got strikers that have been like him that have come to Chelsea and they have been sold. If Roman Ibrahimovic was in Chelsea, a lot of those players that you see that are in that starting lineup wouldn't have been there by now. So, in the comment section, what do you think about this video? Do you think the likes of Manchester United, Chelsea and Arsenal need to step up just the way Manchester City steps up in transfer market? Share this video and click the follow button to subscribe to my YouTube channels. I love you all.